Guardians of the Galaxy characters are coming to the game. We're talking about Star-Lord, Rocket, and Groot. And Groot is already in the game, and he's in the Blitz. And we're going to talk about the other two characters and how the events possibly could be. And we're also going to talk about whether they're good or not. Now, some of the information in this video is from data mines, and I'll explain what that is later. And some of the information is coming from these 3 images that were sent by an email directly from Foxnet. Guardians of the Galaxy is coming. It looks like the Star-Lord event is going to start on 7/12. Now, the data mine info said 7/13, and that's why I want to say that data mine information is not always 100% accurate. Now, what data mine information is that when there's a patch, all the code is sent to our phones and our devices. You can go in and look at that through a data reader, and you can get information from that and kind of see what's coming, or at least what the developers are thinking about. But a lot of times that information is not good, or doesn't make it into the final build, or is not turned on our lives. So I'm skeptical of all data mine information in general, but I think it does show things that are coming, or some insights, or at least something to get prepared, because this is an event that it looks like is going to be very similar to Iron Man, and it's going to be an event that's going to require 5 Galaxy heroes, 5 Guardians of the Galaxy heroes, or Ravagers, and it looks like it's going to be like a 5-star character. According to the data on MSF.gg, Star-Lord is a 5-star character. That means you're going to need 5 5-star characters, and I think everybody has pretty easy access to Drax, Gamora, Yondu, and one of the boomers. One of the boomers is in the Blitz store, and it's really easy to get him to 5-star. But that 5th slot, probably going to have to be Rocket or Groot, and we're going to talk about that here in a couple more slides. Rocket of Raccoon is coming in an event, and we're going to get into the data mine information right here. It says, Rocket Raccoon event to start on the 4th of July and to run till July 18th. Big shout out to PanNub, who made this post on Reddit and had all the data, and this is the information that he got out of the data mine. Now, the Rocket Raccoon event, according to the data mine, subject to change, we don't really know, it's going to be an event similar to Ant-Man. And I just want to say this about the Ant-Man event. Double RNG is not that satisfying. I was a little bit disappointed with that. But having access to those purple gear parts that are needed for gear tier number 9, 10, and 11, we're talking about advanced basic catalyst, phosphates, so on, glyphs. Amazing! I know a lot of people weren't happy that they weren't able to get as much Ant-Man as they wanted, or the way that it was done. But the gear, for me, made up for that. I'm really happy with the gear. That is my opinion. But I don't like double RNG. RNG on getting the shards for the orbs, and then RNG on the orbs just kind of is unsatisfying. Rocket Raccoon event. So we're going to know soon what that event's going to be like. July 4th, you run July 18th. Rumor is that it's going to be similar to Ant-Man. Star-Lord event to start on July 13th. Now, the official email and the photo on the email actually said the 12th. So that's why I said that the data mine information is not always there. And what the event is going to be like, according to the data mine, is it's going to be like an Iron Man event requiring 5 characters. We're going to go to another post and talk about that more. Guardian and Ravager double drops start on July 19th and July 16th. Look out for that. A bunch of summer offers, including the ability to buy Doctor Strange at 3 stars. Doctor Strange is an amazing character, by the way. We're going to talk about how good Rocket, Groot, and potentially Star-Lord is here in a minute. Offers are for all the Ravagers and the Guardians for the Star-Lord event. 5 levels of Groot offers, question mark. 1 guarantees a 3-star group. Groot is not looking like he's a good character at all, and we'll talk about that here in a minute. Hand Relic Hunt coming on July 10th. And what the Relic Hand event is, it's going to be very similar to the Merc event that gave gold, only this is going to be an event that requires hand, and we will get those very precious purple relics to upgrade our abilities. Need tons of those. That's one of the bottlenecks in the game, is those purple relics. My goodness. Double drops on the 5th, so be on the lookout for that. Now, this one here, I don't know if this is going to happen or not, but It's interesting, and I think a lot of people are looking to this to be an event similar to what they do in Marvel Contest of Champions, where there'll be multiple Blitz events running at different times, and one event requires 3-star characters, and one event requires 4-star and 5-star, and then it kind of works from there. But it says, changes to Blitz. Looks like they will make changes around how many stars you can enter with, etc. Maybe they will tier the Blitz with star requirements. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that. Actually, out of everything I've read on these data mine information, that was the one thing I was like, I don't really know. Wasp and Ant-Man events for rare rewards require both Wasp and Ant-Man at various star levels to complete. And then there's a link for the raw data. I'll put that link in the description. Now, this is what's interesting right here. Question is asked is, who is needed to unlock Rocket? And you can see the answer right there, money. Money, money, money. Rumor is that the new one is going to be like Ant-Man. The people that played in the soft launch, which was before the global launch, the event was like the Crossbone event, and it's the rumors that it's not going to be like that. What is the rumor for the Star-Lord event? Well, it's going to be like Iron Man, and then the requirement would be Guardians and Ravagers, and then like most people, Drax, Gamora, and Yondu are pretty accessible. Plus, those 3 are like amazing characters. Boomer in the Blitz store. Now, I get Boomer shards automatically because I open the ones that cost 350 and it comes with some gold. So I'm getting them constantly. Now, the 5th Ravager, I don't even want to think about it. I don't want the 5th Ravager. So it looks like I'm going to be forced with Rocket or Groot. Don't know if I'll be able to get Rocket or Groot to 5-star in time to get Star-Lord. And I could be jumping ahead of the game by saying that Star-Lord is 5 stars. But in the MSFG database, he is 5 stars, and so that's the way it is. Let's look at the kits, and we're going to talk about Rocket Raccoon. Now, I have Rocket Raccoon currently at 4 stars, and he gets my blessing. He's good. He's not going to be like the top 10 in my top 10 character list, but he's very, 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 very good. He's very effective in Blitz because he serves 2 functions. One, high burst damage right away with his middle attack, and then he has a massive nuke that hits all the other targets that does a lot of damage. Now, he's very squishy, and likewise, when I play against Rocket on an opposing team, I target the Rocket first. He's a squishy glass cannon, high target priority. I want to take him out quickly, and I bless Rocket. I think he's a good character. Attack primary target with 160% damage and adjacent targets for 110% damage plus 10% crit damage. So that way it can hit 3 at once. It hits the primary target and the ones on the side. Actually, it can hit more than 3, but typically in most matches like Blitz or Arena, that's 3 unless there's minions dropping into the other slots. Pretty good plan. Attack primary target, 310% damage, 50% chance to gain an assist from a random ally. This is very good. It does high damage. If Groot is your ally, also gain assist from Groot and apply taunt to Groot for 1 turn. And that does make the ability better, yes. But Groot is so terrible. Groot is so horrible of a character. It's not even about how bad Groot is. It's just, does Groot make Rocket a little bit better enough to justify how horrible Groot is and how putting Groot on your team? We'll talk about that more. We'll talk about Groot next. Maximum damage. Love this ability. This is why Rocket's amazing. Attack all enemies for 270% damage and gain 2 counter. If Groot is an ally, do more damage. Again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. I could see using Rocket and Groot together. If you're going to play Groot, play him with Rocket. But Groot is just not good. Ugh. Expert Tinker. On turn, 40% chance to apply random positive effect to 1 to 2 allies. Tech allies gain 5% damage. This is great. This is great. Let's talk about Groot. Oh, he's slow. He's so slow. Like 70. That makes him really slow. His basic attack does great damage. That's fine, but he's slow. Basic attack doesn't really do anything. Now, on that middle attack where he assists and he hits with Rocket, that's great because he does a lot of damage. It's kind of nice, actually. It makes almost like an insta-kill effect with Rocket. Very cool. Plus, he taunts. And that's why Groot by himself is terrible, because he's slow, he has high health, and he has good armor. Amazing armor, actually. But he doesn't have a way of taunting, And then all of these other abilities are kind of useless because you're going to kill him last. At least when I go up against a team with Groot, I always kill Groot last because he doesn't really do anything and he's kind of hard to take out. Overgrowth, gain death proof and apply death proof to all lowest health allies. This is not an attack. Any kind of ability that doesn't do damage and it does something else has to be amazing. That ability has to be over the top good. Gaining death proof only really does anything if you die. And basically it just extends your turn, your life one more turn, which is useful, but this is not an evasion ability. You know what I mean? It's not an offense up. This is a marginal ability. Yes, it can be useful at times, but most of the time when you're on a team, death proof doesn't really do anything. You either win early or you lose early. And that challenging modes where you need to use death proof doesn't happen as often as you think. And if you're not going to attack and he's really slow, I don't know. Life Spores. Heal all lowest health allies. It's actually all allies. For 5% of this character's maxing out, 30% chance to clear negative effects from all allies. If it was a 100% chance to clear negative effects, I think that's what would make this kit 100% better, night and day different, is if he had a 100% chance to clear all of negative effects, especially if you have somebody on your team stun. You pop this, your character's on stun, and that's great. The health gain is bad. This is a bad healing effect. Again, it doesn't do damage. An attack that doesn't do damage or an ability that doesn't do damage has to be amazing if you're going to use it. I am Groot on death, 15% chance to revive. Meh. With 10% of the character's max health, apply defense up on all allies upon death. Death proof rocket Raccoon if ally. I'm probably going to kill Groot last. Anyways, I don't like this kit. I don't like Groot. I'm still going hard in the Blitz to get him. And I've been wrong on my opinions on things that I just don't think this is that great. And, if I was going to build a Guardians team, Groot would be the worst character, and pulling Groot out and putting in, like, Yondu would make a huge sense. Casino said that in his video, and I was like, yep, that's 100% sure. This character is not really doing anything for me. Let's go to Star-Lord, and on Star-Lord, we're going to kind of speculate on whether he's good or not. 5 stars. So what the data is suggesting is that Star-Lord is going to be unlocked at 5 stars. And so that's why I'm thinking that we're going to need 5-star characters to unlock him. Speed, 120, that's good. The rest of his abilities look on par for what he's supposed to be. He's a support controller character. And his ability kit is interesting. Attack primary target for 260% damage. And then there's 30% chance to chain. I think that's great. Clever distraction. Again, this is an ability that he doesn't attack with. It drives me crazy. But it has blind. And I like blind a lot. Grant 2 ability energy to 1 random ally. Thumbs up like that. Especially if it goes to rocket. Sounds awesome. Apply blind to 2 enemies for 1 turn. This is unavoidable. Blind is a very effective negative status effect. In some ways, it might even be better than stun when you're playing against the opponent. Of course, there are certain characters that are kind of immune to blind, and blind does nothing to them. Daredevil's one of them. Go figure. But blind will often cause your opponent, the AI, to use their special and waste it, and everything will miss. So that's good. This actually is good, and I think that is actually worth not attacking. Like, this ability would be worth using and not attacking. Elemental Blast, attack primary target for huge amounts of damage right there. Get an assist from a Guardian ally and get random ally assist. Yay! This is awesome. Improvisation on turn, 30% chance to grant ability energy to 1 random ally and gain ability energy to 1 to 2 Guardian allies. This kit looks solid to me. I think it's going to be pretty good. We will have to see. Don't know if any of these characters that we're talking about, these 3 here, will make the top 10 list for the month, but I'm interested to play them. I want to see how they work. Now it's time for the giveaway. I really hope you liked this video today, and if you did like this video, you are in luck, because for every single person that likes this video, you will be getting for free in your account an 8-star Baby Groot. This is not a scam. Baby Groot was really cute, man. I really like Guardians of the Galaxy. Boy, it's like my Oh, I just love them. I really love those guys. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Keep on gaming.